Coming at you. Ain't been on here in a minute. Like I said on that video I posted, I've been we've been in the air on planes, trains, and automobiles all over the place. So haven't had time to go live. Haven't had a lot of time to do anything on social media stuff. Just regular posts and stuff. But let me turn off my sound so y'all don't get a bunch of background noise. Okay, and I don't have my my normal tripod to put my phone on, so I gotta hold it. So you're gonna see it moving around. It's just how I do. It's just a raw live. We just get it in. So I'm gonna get into why and what they're not telling you on the news, but also we got to have a solution for Miss E. What's up? Ain't seen you in a minute. Glad to see you here. That's what's up. What's up, Andy? So y'all know I've been talking lately about Vietnam and thriving over here and yada yada yada. So we'll get into a little of that. But the biggest headline is gonna be the C. Marie in the house. It's like family coming back together, right? All right, virtual family, huh? A virtual reality over here with real people. But yeah, yo, people, I'm telling you, we're gonna get started. Um, this world is retarded, and y'all just gotta realize it's just like a big old movie set. Okay. Only thing they didn't tell you was you get to decide which actor you want to play or what role you want to play. Of course, there's a whole bunch of hidden stuff out there, and it's built in there on purpose so that we can always just keep running around in circles. So that's what's going on. But look, what they're not telling you on the news about all these wars and things that are going on everywhere isn't the issue. It's not the issue at all. Here's why. And you got to hear me. If you came here ready to hear like a gloom, doom and gloom kind of thing, it's not going to be. Sorry, I don't do that no more. I'm in thrive mindset. So everywhere I'm at, everywhere I be, what I'm doing, what I did, I'm getting it in. I'm having a great time, having a great life, whether I just left America. So whether I'm there, Vietnam, on the plane, whatever country I'm in, whatever city I'm in, it don't matter. The narrative stays the same. But here's what they're not telling you on the news with all this stuff. And here in a minute, y'all gonna forget about Ukraine. I'm telling you, because the new thing over there, over this way, with Hamas and all, I don't like to even say all that stuff. They probably cut my channel off totally. But with all the stuff that's going on, y'all know what's going on with the war stuff better than I do. You're gonna forget about the Ukraine thing in a hot second. That's what it's designed to do. These news cycles are designed to keep you running through hoops, jumping through hoops. Like you ever watch the people that train the dogs and they put the little circles up and the dogs jump through the different hoops at different levels. Dogs so happy to run back and get that treat because they programmed to come get that little treat. Well, that's exactly how they play games with us. It's the same thing, and depending on how many hoops you like to keep jumping through. I mean, some of us got tired of jumping, and we're like, oh no, it's a better way. So we're doing something different. But for everybody to keep jumping through the hoops and keep getting the same response back from your environment, that's why, because you keep jumping through the same hoops. So the news ain't gonna tell you anything good. They don't do that no more. They're not in that business. It's not designed for you to get any good out of it. And quite frankly, the more bad information you get, the more bad energy you draw. And so, such is life. You can figure it out real easily by how many good stories do you hear in a day versus how many bad stories do you hear. Do you hear anybody talking about anything good in your family or on your block or your apartment building, wherever you at? When you're in a store, does anybody walk up to you like, yo, man, I'm just glad to see you. I'm glad to be alive. This is a great day. Oh my goodness, hallelujah, and everything else, right? Nah. The whole narrative now is bad news. Bad news makes good money for these people. A lot of good money for them. For me and you, it just suck your money away because your attention is on something that can't even create anything good for you. So that's why I put that title up there. what they not telling you on the news. Now, a lot of people gonna come and go, "Oh my goodness, what's next?" That's not what the title's for. I'm talking about exactly what I put in the title, which is they're not going to tell you any good news on the news. A lot of this media stuff, you now it's confrontational. Now you got stories. My boy in Georgia just sent me a text talking about, man, you just left in just enough time. Lady stabbed somebody at the airport. Stabbed some people at the airport in Atlanta, Hartsfield Airport. And I'm like, it don't surprise me. It don't surprise me at all. I said, is she white or black? And he said she was white. I was like, yeah, still don't surprise me. If it was an Eskimo from Alaska, that might catch me off guard. Somebody from Zimbabwe, maybe not. But, it doesn't surprise me because now what's starting to take shape on the real or in your environment is all of the stuff that's been bad energy put out. That energy out there is circulating in and around all these different areas, creating the physical form of the bad energy. So I'd rather have that 5 minutes go for good than 5 minutes of my life go for bad. Here's a perfect example. Have you ever knew you was in trouble for something, and then the next day is judgment day, the day that maybe your husband, wife gonna find out something you did, or you did something on the school exam you shouldn't have done, cheated, or they got some camera footage of something, and you whatever it is. I'm not saying I'm not saying that I did any of this stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised. We're just people. But look, I didn't do any of that stuff. Let me just make the slate clean. I haven't done any of that stuff. I was just coming up with examples. Some of y'all be taking stuff too far, okay? But if you have some situations like that where the next day was going to be the judge, and that whole night before, you sitting there worrying yourself sick. You just as sick as you can be just at the thought of what can happen to you, right, the next day. Who wants to be in that type of environment 24/7, twice on Sunday? I don't, but that's what they're doing to us. They're creating you're letting them in there to do the creative work. You're letting them in your eyes, in your ears, and you're going too deep with this stuff, and you bypass through programming, of course, because it's not totally your fault or my fault. It's your fault after you hear the right way, but don't follow. But it's really actually not your fault. You've been bamboozled on so many different levels. We all have. I don't care what you say about your religion, about money, about how to live life, all bamboozlement. It's all been created to keep you in a sphere of redundancy of negative activity or negative thoughts, which in some people create lack of activity. Either way it plays out, it works out good for certain particular parties that seem to control all this stuff. So at the end of the day, you got to start deciding, because the news ain't going to tell you, you know what, we're just looking out for you. Here on Action 5 News, we want to make sure that you make the best choices and have the best information so that you can go out and thrive instead of survive. They're not going to tell you that. You don't ever hear that. I mean, look at the news nowadays. Excuse me. Look at the news nowadays. What is it always consistently the talking point? Who did what? Who destroyed the hard drive? Who destroyed the computer files? Who deleted all the emails? Who false information? Who shot somebody who was unarmed? Who stabbed somebody who stepped on his shoe? There is absolutely no good news. And if you think sports is a good news, that's your cake they're giving you. Yeah, let them eat cake. The British used to, them old sayings, the king would say, "I'll let them eat some cake." Shut their ass up for a minute. I don't feel like being bothered with hearing all that. Give them a little sugar. They'll be all right. They'll laugh and have fun and forget about. That's what's going on. So your sports, you're all up into the sports. Ain't nothing wrong with sports. But if you so far up in sports that you just zone out the entire rest of civilization to watch your game, or to do it, or to be in it, then it's a distraction on life. It's like give them a little cake so they can shut up kind of activity. It's like the Roman gladiator thing. Now they don't literally watch you die on the field, but that's happened too. You know, they've cleaned it up a lot. Ain't a lot of blood and gore, but they kill people slowly too. People get rich in the process, and then everybody else's knees are blown out, head concussions. Oh, but you got your money, so shut up. You signed the paperwork. Blah 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 blah. Whole point I'm making again: the news ain't gonna tell you nothing any good. It's a wrap. And if you thought they were gonna give you some information to help you save yourself, you really barking up the wrong tree. If you tuning in, see, I think most people are tuning in to that stuff. It's out of a program. It's habitual. When you got pheromones and different chemicals in your body to get released when you watch entertainment or when you watch certain high stress situations or confrontations, you get different chemicals that get released from your body, and you become addicted to that release and that feeling. That's what video games do. That's what virtual reality does, all that stuff. And if you do it enough, you are addicted to it. You say, oh, somebody's addicted to heroin or crack or whatever, or some type of drug. There's more people addicted to watching the media and politics than it is people probably addicted to hard drugs or something. You know what I'm saying? It's got the whole, if you want to say what's the mark of the beast and use your Christian theology stuff, you're already viewing it. Like it's already there. Like you don't need nothing on your forehead or in your hand. That's the phone you holding right there anyway. But you don't need nothing put inside your body, because the program inside your brain is the one that dictates all reality for everybody. It's just that they got most of us on their reality, and so you can't even see your reality because you're so on their reality. So the news ain't going to tell you, oh, you know what? Stop watching us. It's messing up your brain. They're not going to tell you, hey, don't tune in tomorrow. We're just going to drag another story out and keep it going and, tell you how many people are dead, how much blood and this and that and all this gore stuff, because they know it makes money. People, I think somebody over that way, some PRES of a country most of y'all are in, stated that little kids are getting decapitated and all this stuff in the war that's going on. I think they found out that that wasn't true. And so now, you got all of these gory pictures or things in people's minds, even though there's no evidence to back any of it up. But they put that stuff out there so you can make your own mental picture based off of all the programs you already had that makes all your mental pictures, your reality. So what you got to do is start, like I said in that little video I just threw up a minute ago, you got to do your own narrative. That's the solution. I'm only talking about what's going on and then solutions for it. It may not be a solution for everybody because everybody can't get to the level of, yeah, I want to control my own way. I want to control how I do something. You go to work every day with the premonition or the thought that you're going to save up some money, buy you a house, do this, do that, and do this, that, and the other. But then it somehow doesn't work out that way a lot of times. For some people it does, for some people it doesn't. The reason why it works out and the reason why it doesn't work out is because people have programs running in here, in the mind. So for example, your holy of holies here in the pineal gland, okay? Your spinal cord is talked about in the Bible in a lot of different areas. Your pineal gland in your brain, everybody got one. If you walking around alive, even if you're dead and your brain's still in there and they didn't take it out, you got a pineal gland. And that gland right there is the mind's eye, God's eye, the all-seeing eye right there. That thing is responsible for creating what you get out of this place or what you don't get out of this place. But if you didn't know that, it's going to be calcified and corrupted, and programs running over programs all up in there where you can't decipher your own real reality. You can't be a part of your own reality. You're stuck in somebody else's program for your life. So, like I said, a lot of y'all already know you can't trust news sources no more. You can't, I don't know if you ever could. I mean, people got different thoughts about how they want your life to go. So, your reality really has to be depicted by you, because if you're not the one, and sorry guys, I got a little dry skin right here. I had some allergies and I kept blowing my nose on the plane, and the tissue wasn't very soft, so it's got my nose all rough and stuff. So if y'all see that, don't it is what it is. I don't have my makeup crew here today, so it is what it is. We just people, y'all. But like they say, shit happens. Okay. So everything that we think is reality ain't, and everything that we think is heaven or hell ain't even that. Let you think about that for a minute. You know why? Because somebody else told us what it is, what defines it, what the words mean. Somebody else made up all this stuff for us to follow. Now, we go to school to learn how to repeat everything back, regurgitate everything, and that's red, that's green, that's purple, that's pink. But I want you to really think about it. Those things that we think are that, somebody named, if you speak English only, they named it in English based on their determination of what it needs to be called. They didn't let you or me decide what we think it is. Does that make any sense? You got to peel back the layers. You got to seriously peel back a lot of layers in order to see what's really going on. If you can do that, you can break free of a lot of things that probably got you holding you back from experiencing the greatest parts of your life. You don't have to be wealthy to experience greatness in your life. You don't have to have all this money you think. You got to have some. You got to do a little bit more than what you may be doing if you're not able to experience certain levels. But whatever level you're at, it's really a condition of the mind that determines exactly how you thrive or just be in survival mode all of the time. Everything starts right here. There's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to be but in here. And what they ain't going to tell you is that's the key. The missing key is this being used in the correct format. The incorrect format is to have you backpedaling up against the ropes at all times. The correct format is you not even dealing with any of that stuff, on the road to going to do what you want to do that day, not having to dodge, dip, turn, do all these patterns to get yourself out of the way of what they throwing at you. Now, life is life, so things will happen anyway. The body is always breaking down, always deteriorating. So who knows? Nobody got a answer how long, but you're going to be here. But I'm going to tell you this right here. Ain't none of us got that much time. Whether you say it's the end times, whether you say it's the now time, it doesn't even matter. If there was never any mention of a heaven or hell, or any mention of this is the end times or Armageddon's approaching and all this stuff that we already been programmed with in that part of the world, we've been programmed heavily with that. At the end of all of that talking about that, if we didn't have any of that stuff in our head, you would still only have so much time on earth in your physical format. So my whole thing is the same thing it's been for some years now. Why I want you to control that? Why I give you the liberty to take control of my being, right? If I'm let's just use this because y'all know this stuff. Let's just use it. If I'm here in the image of God, and y'all know I can go into discussions of where the words come from and this, that, and the other, but we're not going to do that right now. Let's just take it simple, keep it real simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And that's a acronym thing we used to use in school, business, in business school. So keep it simple, stupid. KISS. If we are here in the image of God, whichever God you believe in, okay, because that's fair to say. I can't push that on anybody and say, oh, you have to believe my way. No, whichever one. Maybe you don't even believe any of that. Cool. But I'm just saying it so people can follow along. But if you've been made in that image, that's what they told us in that book. Why are you so susceptible to all the negative situations in life and it's hard to thrive? Why are we always in a backpedaling position, back against the ropes, having to fight your way off if you're made in the image of God? Now, we can go into some other discussions later about God and what it means and where the title, that's a title, where it came from on another live. And I've done it before. People get, butthurt about all that stuff because they so just programmed one way. Keep your program if that's beneficial to you. If things aren't beneficial to you, that's up for you to decide how you want to navigate doing this or doing that. I can't make that call for you. That's all you. But in the interim, if we're made in the image of, then why are people in rule over us like they are? Why are we at the lowest? We in mass, we the largest groups of people. I'm talking about all people outside of a small percentage of controllers. Why are we always at the lowest totem pole of society? Why are we way down here? If there's a scale, why are we down here? You got to ask yourself these questions. Why do things keep being the same exact thing, even though more different stuff keep happening to you don't want to happen to you? If you don't start realizing that it's because you don't take charge of yourself and your narrative, then it'll always just be the same thing. It ain't gonna never change. It ain't gonna never change. So I haven't been on. Look, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna go downstairs here in a minute. I'm at a hotel, and I'm gonna go downstairs and do some stuff. But I want to talk to y'all. So I see people posting stuff. So I want to see what's going on. I want to see where y'all head is. I want to see what you're doing with that pineal gland. If you don't know what that is, go research it. A lot of y'all, oh, the eye of horrors, that's evil. Evil. Spell it backwards. That's the word live. All kind of crazy stuff they got you saying and thinking, but it's really not what you think you're saying and thinking. But everybody, I think on here listening to me, they know what's going on, what I'm talking about. Let me see if I see some comments where I can answer some questions. I see somebody got deleted. Let's see. What's up? I noticed that major. Oh, yep, they're playing us with what they already had planned for us. Yep, they got a plan. Trust, they do. But your plan is actually greater than theirs. I'm just here to tell you. If you focus on you, I know people, oh, you so selfish. You better be. You better be selfish. Because without you, then, and ish means partiality. It's not a full. Selfish. It don't, it's just full self. No, it don't. It's not 100% when you add ish to the back. Selfish means sometimes, somewhat. If you're not selfish with getting yourself in check, you ain't gonna be able to help nobody else get themselves in check. You can't tell everybody come to your SUV, you gonna give them a ride and help them get to safety, and you ain't got no damn gas in your tank. That don't make no sense. You just asking them all jump in and die with you is what you basically doing. So yeah, you better go hustle, get your tank full. Then you can let people ride. If you start letting people ride first, you ain't gonna never get no full tank. That's all I got to say about that. Let's see what else is going on. Miss Char Weeks in the house. False news is just a bit. Yep. That's from Devery Greenwood. False news. I don't know what was said, but somebody got deleted. God said deleted. Greetings, Miss Linda Anderson. Linda, with that last name, you made me think you was an agent. Mr. Anderson. No, I'm joking, y'all. All right, what y'all know good out there? Because if anybody tell me anything good, I need to hear some good news too. Anybody got anything good? Y'all remember back in church, we used to have testimony. Go on with speak your testimony. Where that testimony at? Tell somebody some of your money. Send me some of your money. Testimony. Anybody got anything good to say? Let's reciprocate some good over here. That's all I'm interested in. All the rest of that, it's unfortunate when people succumb to whatever happens in life. But guess what? Like if you're seeing stuff on the news, people getting killed, people dying, all this, that, we all got to go from here. It shouldn't be no surprise. It's just, that's how they keep doing it. Like me and you personally wouldn't hurt anybody except for possibly a mosquito. I'm gonna tear some mosquitoes up because I don't even believe them are natural animals, critters. I think they've been designed. I'll kill some. That's the one thing I will kill is some mosquitoes. They be passing on all kind of diseases and all kinds of premeditated things they have coming out of them. You don't want no part of. They create them things in the laboratory, is what I believe. But anyway, everything else though, people dying, we all gotta go. It's all gonna happen at some point. So you shouldn't be shocked that people are going. There's a lot of us have lost people that we love in our lives. We done lost them already. You didn't really lose them, but that's how that's the terminology we use, more negative term. We lost someone. We don't say they just transitioned. It was just their time, and it was just they're on to the next location, and adios, let's go. I'm next. Y'all remember what's the name of the movie with Lawrence Martin and Eddie Murphy? What's the name of the movie where they in jail? I should know this, but I'm skipping. I'm actually remembering what they said. Life. It was called Life, and then Eddie Murphy in one part he was like, when they got old, they're like 90-something years old. He was talking to Martin. He was like, "Yep, we next, because somebody had just passed in jail, and he's like, "Yep, we next, Claude, we next. I'm gonna bust up in your funeral and be singing in the upper room." That's what we next. So we all next. So get off of that. Get on that thrive while you here. Every minute of your life, you should be like, yo, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. That's what we need to be doing. When y'all see me, if y'all see me in an obituary somewhere, my picture on there gonna be like this. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. I'ma still be kicking it. I ain't gone nowhere, just my body gone. But I'm gonna be wherever I transition to. Every day I'm hustling. Cat Williams Comedy Jam song. I'm gonna be hustling. I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna be thriving. I'm generating that right now. So wherever I go, that's where I'm gonna be, in the thrive zone. I ain't going to no depleted ass zones no more. I'm here in this depleted ass zone right now to tell you it's another zone to get to. So that's what we need to be getting to. Your actions here. What's the one movie? It was called it was a gladiator movie. He said something like, I might not be quoting it exactly right, but he's like, something you do now, man, will be echoed in eternity. Yep, everything you do now is echoed in eternity. Don't tag religion to the word eternity, because if you do, then your mind go to the program over there, and that's fine. But I'm just quoting what they say in the movie. It's just an idea, okay? Like, what you do now determines where your energy be later, using Ebonics too, because I can do that. I can do whatever. It's my narrative, I'm doing it. Sound like Denzel. It's my narrative, I'm doing it. Absolutely. I'm doing my narrative right now. It's my narrative. And by God, I'm going to do my narrative, all right? It's pretty good, Denzel Washington, right? All right, so I've been practicing. But look, I got to get up out of here. I hope is a bad word. I know you're going to take some of this stuff and use it. If you don't, kind of a little stupid. You can pick something out of what I said, use it for the positive, it is positive message, and then put it in play. If you playing the game, you got to be able to put something in play. You got to have some playbook. If you in the game and you ain't got no playbook, you're getting played. It works both ways. If you do, you can win. If you don't, you can lose. If you sit in the middle, who knows what's going to happen, but it probably going to be your choice. So I hope you're very lucky and get something good out of it. But hope is a very far stretched word just the word hope is a lot of air in there. I'd rather be a little more certain than I hope something happens. I want to be like, oh, I'm moving towards it happening. Not, I hope, sit back down and start eating a bag of chips on the sofa, watching the news again. I hope everything all right. No, I mean, you go make it all right. Make it all right for yourself first, then start making it all right for others. By you making it all right for you, you automatically making it right for others. Period. Just by default. Other people gonna benefit. That energy go with you too. So, I don't know if y'all believe in reincarnation, you believe in heaven and hell, you believe in this, that, the other. There's so much stuff out there. You know, you ain't. I got to the point where nope, I don't believe nothing because I need to go find out more information first. That should be fair to say. But in this day and time, it's not, because a lot of people got their idea of what things are without knowing. Ain't none of us touched any of the artifacts that they told us exist about this, that. I ain't even been to Egypt yet. So I know some pyramids is over there because some people been there told me, but I need to go touch it. Make sure I know what I know. That's how you know what you know. If you know you put your socks on and one was red and one was orange, you know what you know. And can't nobody else tell you them different color socks because you put them on. That's your knowledge. So we got to be people of knowing instead of just people of been showed something and we just follow along with it. And religion is one of them. It's a deadly thing. It's a spiritual deadly thing that can capture anyone because we got programmed into it at a very young age. It was a part of our scenery, a part of our environment. That's all we know. So I got to say something about it. It doesn't mean stop doing what you're doing, believing what you believe, but whatsoever a man or woman believe it, there he or she is in it. It's that easy. So better make sure what you believe is the right thing. How do you know? You go vet it. You go dig. You go find the artifacts. You go take a trip overseas. And if they say, oh, 2,000 years or 5,000 years ago, this or that happened, then, yo, I want to see it. I'm going to go check that out real quick. Why? Why can't I? Why I got to just follow it and then end up with a lifelong program of I'm following something somebody else told me about, but I ain't really sure. Or no, I'm sure because I convinced myself, because the other person convinced me to follow the belief, whether it was my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my cousin, whoever. I followed because I believe that they believe. It's so far away from that now. I just believe it because I believe it. And that's where we're at. The news ain't going to tell you this stuff. They're going to let you sit there circling around in this mess forever, ever, ever. Yeah, question mark, forever, ever. Yeah, forever, ever. Like if you die and come back, you still be in the same circle, going around in the mess. Same thing all over again, maybe worse. I'm going to use a stupid word. Maybe worser. Put an ER on it. Worser. Don't exist, but I created that word right now. Only worser. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be people doing some thing forward. And that's why I'm here. Just a good message. I appreciate everybody. What Allie say, I was a teacher and quit when I realized I was teaching BS Live. Yeah, that can happen. And that's a rude awakening right there. I have a little experience with some of that. And you're right. It's like, dang. Now I got to go rewind all of what I thought was proper. I got to go find a way to fix that. Because I don't want that energy traveling around looking for me. I use the word energy because that's the only word they taught us this stuff is. Energy. If you know another language, then you can say it in that language. But whatever it means, that's what I'm insinuating about. That's what I'm pointing at. So, yeah. What I want out of this thing is to be at the top of my game. Whatever level that is, I don't know. But every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. That's what I'm doing. Like I walk around when I'm at a hotel or on a plane, wherever I'm at, I'm walking around like, yo, this is a good day. I'm having a good day. Oh my goodness. Ooh-wee. I ate some ramen over there in Korea and that stuff was dope. I ain't never had that experience before. I love it right here. I'm reminding myself, I'm suggesting to myself, I'm always telling myself some good stuff. Now, I find myself doing some negative stuff or some not thinking at times too. It's a program. That's another practice you got to put in play. Like, keep your mind filled with the right information. Now, they tell you that in church. Keep your mind occupied with the good news of the gospel and this, that, and the other. It just don't seem to work as effectively it didn't work as effectively for me back when I did that in real life. That's the only problem I may see with that, is like the street value, street cred wise, it just wasn't working out. Now, with you or me putting to task every minute we can a positive aspect of your day, practicing that. Now, if they teach you that somewhere, how to occupy your mind with delightful, with good, with greatness, with things that could be negative, I change to positive. Oh, you give me some lemons for dinner? All right, I'm gonna make some lemonade with that. I'm gonna make some lemon meringue pie. I'm gonna make some lemon something, and it's gonna be good for me. Because we ain't been trained how to do that, we actually just inadvertently pick up the training that we was given, which is primarily negative. Everything negative. I remember myself. I was a positive negative person. Hustler, go out and start a business with $50, with a bucket and some rags and some dish soap. And I'll be detailing cars. I'll hustle my way up to opening a shop and having my clientele and doing exotic cars and all. Look, you know, but then my mind would still get trapped in negativity, complaining about something. I'm complaining about this. I don't like the way this is working, da, 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 da. Well, now I've learned over the years, I'm only occupying thoughts, pushing myself to occupy thoughts where I'm appreciative of everything, where I'm commending myself for, yo, that was a good day. Hey, man, you hooked it up. You sat over there at that little cafe, talked to some new people, took some selfies, some guy from Australia, another person from Dubai, another, yo, bro, you rolling, you doing what you want to do. And then pat myself on the back like, yeah, that was a good day. I do that before I go to sleep at night so I can try to wake up in the same energy. So much negativity. Yo, if you don't go to bed with the right energy, you ain't gonna wake up with the right energy. So you have to push yourself in these areas to get out of the narrative that they got us in, start to build your own, and then start to see, like, for example, I came over there to America. They said October 3rd or October 4th, you know, the thing gonna come on your phone, and don't turn your phone off, take the battery out. Oh, they can turn your phone on even if you got the battery out. And everybody's making these videos about, oh, turn off your phone. It's got the tone is gonna make everybody go crazy. Everybody gonna turn into zombies. They tracking you. Duh. Okay, they're like, as soon as you got your first phone, they've been doing that. Come on, y'all. I was back in the day where I had a bag phone. I had the Motorola 750, the big block phone, the gray one with the battery like this thick. The big old gray phone with the antenna. I was the first cat to have one of them in my city. But they've been tracking that. Come on, they can track your radio frequency from your car radio and know where your car is. They don't even need OnStar. They don't need none of that technology. They can still track your AM, FM. Do you know militaries, you key up a radio, little two-way radio, they could triangulate your position with that. So, come on, y'all. If you're using the tech, you're going to get tracked. That's all it is to it. It is what it is. So what? Big deal. You know, they got it pretty position where you can't do without this thing anymore. You can't hardly do without a phone unless you, like my dad's age, he ain't never had a cell phone. He ain't got one to this day. He don't need it. We grew up in that. They placed us in another system though. If you're a little bit younger than if you grew up in the 70s, 80s, you know, they placed us in another narrative. Okay, so we got indoctrinated into that stuff before we could even make a decision whether it was right or wrong for us. So now everything's swirling like this at all times. You got all these people and all of our energies are swirling around like dirty, you know, dust-filled tornadoes with debris in them. And we're all walking around crashing into each other's energy. And it's just a big energy debacle. I was gonna say a curse word, but it didn't fit, so I'll catch that on the next. But a big debacle. That's kind of use a white term. We're in a big debacle. We're in a pickle. I still ain't figured out what that means. We're in a pickle. Okay, what's that mean? You in a jar? You salty? You just can't get out. You're trapped in a jar full of salt water. We're in a pickle. But anyway, y'all know how I use the words, different phrases. But yeah, that's what's going on. In a pickle, in a debacle. Everybody's energy bad, bumping off of all the bad energy. It just creates the physical presence of bad energy, and that's what we're seeing everywhere. So expect to see more because people are willingly tuning in to all of the bad without overcompensating, putting in more good. You can watch some bad stuff, but you got to be grown enough to know that it's affecting you. You don't think it is, but it's anything coming into your eyes and into your ears, going into your subconscious, is going to affect you at some point in time. What you tell yourself daily or let someone else tell you daily builds up a resistance and a tolerance to that side. That's why it's hard to get a hold of yourself. That's why New Year's resolutions do not work. So, got to get in position, y'all, to thrive at all times. Do not focus on your outer experience. Focus on your inner experience here. Once you do that, your outer experience will start taking the form of what's going on in here. Now, some people think, I don't think so. It's the end. It's all over. It's a wrap. Well, that's cool. I mean, we all gonna meet our transition at some point. See, I was about to use a D word that would have indicated a negative position, demise. Anything start with a D is normally negative: death, demise, distract, destruction, desolate, disaster, dishonest, a doozy. You know, everything D is like some negative thing. But we got to be in a position where we're creating more positive outcome thinking. Don't worry about your outer surroundings. Like if you're trying to lose weight and you keep looking, and this is a good example, and you trying to lose weight, so you work out hard for like an hour, blood, sweat, and tears. You done fell off the treadmill several times. When you pick the weight up, you sprain your shoulder, but you still at it. You still doing the thing. And then at the end of the workout, you go raise your shirt up and look at your stomach in the mirror, and you gonna get utterly distracted, confused, and ready to drop out of the race. That's why you have to not focus on the outer experience. You gotta focus on the inner. You gotta push past. I use workout because that's something I do to push myself mentally. You gotta think past the look of things. You gotta think into how I feel about what I just accomplished versus how I look with what I think I was trying to accomplish. No, how do I feel? Wow, I'm tired. Felt like my heart was gonna pop out my chest twice, but now I feel pretty good. Wow, that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on that. If I could tell anyone anything good and profitable, it's that right there. This is more important than out here, and it's always going to be that way. And then this is creating what's out here. That's why my skin still look all right. That's why I still look a little young. What's in here was never telling this out here. Oh, you old, you this, you that, blah, blah, blah. That's my DNA strand too. Somebody in my ancestry must have been on this tip because I got it. I can't say, oh, I just got it because I got it. No, somebody in my ancestry is on this thing I'm on. And they passed it on to me. And they passed some of this DNA. They passed some 666 to me. Ooh, see, people like, did he say 666? Oh, my Lord, what he talking about? That's not good. That's not right. 666 is the number of mankind. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 atoms. So 666, that's what makes up you being a being that you are. Everything good. They have to flip it. They don't want you to find out. They don't want you to find out. See some dry skin right there? I'm looking on the outside instead of the inside. Anyway, we used to do that with human. But look, they don't want you to find out that these things that they're saying is evil. You know why? They don't want you to go towards certain stuff. They don't want you to go figure it out. So they demonize the thing that actually set you free. Why are they going to tell you the truth anyway? When they're trying to stay and keep everybody in check. You really think they're going to tell you the truth about something that's going to alleviate their control over you? You really think they got your best interest at heart? Ah, ha, ha. Okay. All right. So that's just like me saying, I'm here to save your soul. Okay? So come up in here in this building and put something in the plate. I sounded like Mike Epps right there. Come over in this building, put something in the plate. All right? Pass the plate. Pass the plate. Pass the plate like we used to do. Used to say pass the peas like we used to do, but y'all know what I'm talking about because we like peas and carrots. All of us right here on this channel like peas and carrots. All right, y'all. I love cracking jokes. I'm going to get better at it so I can crack y'all up a little bit more. We need more laughter in this place. We need more laughter, more compassion, more love, people. Now I sound like somebody from Unity Village, right? Unity Church. We need more love, more compassion, more uprightness, more softness. No, you don't need to get soft. You need to get hard. You need to get hard on yourself. Punch yourself in the head. Drag yourself through the mud so nobody else can do that to you. Okay? You be the dragger. You be the puncher of yourself. Get yourself straight. Then everything else out there will straighten up. All right? Y'all know what straight is, right? For white people, that means straight. I meant straight. And in the hood, we say, yo, get straight, bro. Get straight. You know what I'm saying? Get straight, bro. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. I appreciate all y'all. Sorry I've been gone for a hot second, but this ain't a normal channel. Y'all know. We all crazy up in here. But at least I'm the author of my own crazy, and they not the author of my crazy. I create my own crazy myself, and I enjoy some of it, so I'm good. But okay, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate y'all. Jax, Devery Greenwood, Dark Wolf. I ain't heard you before, bro, but appreciate ya. If that's a, wait. Dark Wolf, that got to, it might be a female, though. I don't know. I got to stop thinking people are male or female based on the name because, you know, we got all that gender neutral stuff. No, I'm just joking. That's a joke, too. That's a big joke. What gender is you? I'm human, man. What you mean, what gender? What you talking about? Who made that word up? Where did they get that definition from? Gender equality? I thought we was already human. If I come out a boy, I'm a boy. If I come out a girl, I'm a girl. I'm so sorry. That's just the way it be. That's how it is, right? All right, so Allie, Jax, Eartha, Miss E, C. Marie. I'm trying to name everybody. Throwing shouts out. Ice Skizzy. Got a little hizzy. I know what you do twice on a whiz. I'm joking. I went into my rap mode. Let me see. Chosen One. That's what's up. Who else in here? Who else in the house? Who else up? I forgot you. Peggy Burnett. That's what's up. I appreciate all of y'all. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Yo, y'all did great with the thumbs up. 70 and 65 viewers and 70 thumbs up. That's pretty dope. Look, let me mention this real quick. Y'all know about my thing. I'm doing Vietnam stuff. If you want to do business, travel over here. If you want to move over here, you got to come check it out first. But I'm a consultant. I got my website. You can contact me. C. Marie, thank you so much. She posted it. WingYoungOfficial.com. It looks like Q, Nong, but the way you pronounce Wing Young, that's a city in Vietnam. And so that's why that website is called WingYoungOfficial.com. A lot of cool stuff there. If you ever want to visit here, hit me up. I can get you straight. I can get you a consulting package and get you steered the right way so you don't waste no time, you don't waste no money, and you get optimum benefits out of your travel, out of your adventure. So anyway, hit me up there. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I got stuff to do. Eileen, how do you say that? Eileen Hernandez. Hi. That's what's up. Appreciate all of y'all. If you missed most of this, hit the playback thing. I mumble a lot. I do a lot of no editing here on the live, so you probably missed something, so rewind. I don't even know what I said. I'll go play it back so I can hear myself. Appreciate y'all. 49 minutes, 50 minutes. That was Good investment, though. I know it's a good investment. All right, C. Marie just threw that up for us. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, C. Miss E, glad to see from. I ain't heard from you in a minute. We'll have to chit chat. Everybody, peace, love, and in the immortal words of Don Cornelius, so this is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Peace.